Alright, so this case comes with all these different pieces. This is much more involved than I anticipated, and that's why it's becoming reviewed. But it does come in these individual bags that are numbered, but unfortunately they have got nothing to do with instructions, and you need to use a QR code in order to access the instructions online. And we have my kid playing in the background. It does come with a lot of little tools. You need to install the brackets, including these little twist knobs right in there. So I'm not going to do the entire build instructions, but I will talk about what I think about it. Right now it is about 3 o'clock, 3:30 my time, and see how long this takes me to build. So far, about 15 minutes in, we slide in those rails, and the 15 minutes was spent on just screwing in these little bolts into these L brackets. So a couple notes about the assembly of these L brackets. It'd be nice if it had some standard markings on here for where to place them for different motherboard sizes. Unfortunately, it does not, and you just sort of have to slide this into position and slide this down onto each of these brackets. So you can see that it's got these little grooves on it for making things fit, and then these slide around. So it'd just be nice if there were some markings on there for some more or less standard placement. Also, some notes, the metal on here is just cut and is a little bit sharp, so do be careful. All right, and there we have it. It is assembled. Obviously there's no computer hooked up to it. It took me around an hour to fully assemble this thing. To this point, there are mods that can be done to it. Right now that's the GPU bracket. I think I'm going to switch it to the more standard format on the other side because this is where the GPU side will be. So in the pictures, they do have it on the opposite side. I think I'm going to just swap that around. It has other mods for some of these other brackets to install hard drives, as well as AIOs and GPUs, but I'm going to air cool the system that I plan on putting on this, so I don't think I need that. But I guess the mods, maybe another 20-30 minutes tops, and then everything else is about getting everything aligned and checking it for wobbles. So it's got feet on it, it's got 2 little buttons. May want to label these so you know don't push reset by accident, and then you just align everything for the motherboard spacing. And I had my kiddos help a little bit, and that's what it is. I guess I'm going to report when I install a system onto it. Do I think that this is particularly worth it? For $65, I guess it would be nice if there were a few pieces that were more locked in, so to ensure that it was level and things like that, just the base. But other than that, the adjustability is great. So right now it's looking something like this. It's all right, and with that, the bulk of the installation is complete. The only question is, did I wire those correctly? They weren't labeled, so I just kind of guesstimated and did my best. So I haven't installed the second SSD, so I still have that to do. The cabling is kind of fine. You can clearly see that the cooler has 4 giant heat pipes, so that looks like plenty of cooling with a fan once it's installed. As we're taking a look at it, oh my goodness, it's back heavy with that power supply. If there was a GPU, it probably would help balance it out. In the pictures for this product, the power supply was actually on the front, and that might help balance it out, but for the aesthetic, I just liked it on the back better, so that's what we went with. All right, and there's the system in all of its glory. The only thing I haven't hooked up is the main CPU fan header. Let's get it nice and lined up. Well, I can't really do it one-handed, but it'll go something like that. Let's get it out of the way temporarily. So we got the fan for cooling the M.2s. I don't actually expect the ones I installed to need it, but there it is. The Wi-Fi antennas I just put back there. If I plan on using it wired, so it doesn't really matter. They're out of the way, they're hidden, it's fine. Wi-Fi is backup, and you know, that's all it looks like. Power reset. I do need to add labels just so I don't forget. I'm not currently planning on using a dedicated GPU, but there's the slot for when I'm ready for it. And I guess we're ready to start testing. Well, I've been using the system set up like this with the case for about a week, or no, about 2 weeks, and I've been very happy with the way this case has turned out and its overall functionality. It fits in a nice compact size. It's pretty easy to carry around. It's got the handle. Again, no dust filters, so that is a little bit of a downside, but other than that, very happy with it. Certainly would say it's good for a test bench or for a compact scenario.